and welcome to episode 39 of the Yarnniffler podcast. My name is Sam. I'm a university student from Belgium. I love to knit and crochet and cross stitch while I'm not studying, but also sometimes when I'm studying. Hi, if you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. It's been 3 months because I've had a very busy summer and I'm in my second week of the new school year, and I finally found some time to film for you. I'm gonna try to film this all in one take. I have about an hour. It's about 9 in the morning on Thursday, the 3rd of October, and I have about an hour to film before I have to head out to my only class of the day. If you're interested to follow me on Instagram, you can find me as Sam Wyffels and on Ravelry as Yarnniffler. I'm gonna be linking everything I talk about down below in the description box, and if there's anything you don't understand or want more information about, just comment or ask me a question and I'll try to help you out. I thought I wouldn't have so much to talk about today until I started writing everything down. So let's just get into it. If you think that I sound maybe a little bit weird, it's because I have a stuffy nose. So if there are some abrupt pauses, it's probably because I'm sneezing or need to blow my nose. So yeah, I have a little bit of a cold, but it's pretty much alright. Okay, my first finished object is this one. Let me show you. This is the Tulsa sweater, the DK version. This is a pattern by Rebecca Clow. This one is made in size 5. Maybe it came out more of a size 4 due to my gauge, because I didn't do a gauge wash. I haven't even measured it. It's pretty tight fitting, but it works. The yarn is, if I'm looking down, it's because I have my notes here. So the yarn is a concept by Katja Lahom in 109, that's the light gray, and 105 is the darker gray. I did 2 rows of the dark gray and 6 rows of the light gray to get this striping pattern. This is, if you would look at the meters per grams, you would get a fingering weight, but this is definitely a DK weight, just because it's very lightly spun. I don't know if you can see it, but it's one of those that you have like a core yarn, and then there is wool fibers blown into it. I don't know the exact composition now, but if you go to my Ravelry or you search for this yarn, you will get the information. The one thing that I was really surprised about, this was very soft when I first did it, and then I blocked it, and then it wasn't so soft anymore. But now, after wearing it a couple of times, it's getting soft again. So yeah, this is this one. I really have to think about what I wear under it, because it's a very tight fitting sweater. So I think with like this kind of shirt, it would probably work like under my dungarees. But I've been learning how to wear it, but I'm very happy with it. Also with the length of the sleeves and the body, and yeah, I had only so many yarn of this. I just looked for a pattern, tried it, and I made it. I'm very happy. I think the last time I showed you, I already was finishing the body. No, I finished the sleeves first and then did the body, but I didn't have a lot more to go on. I think, I'm not completely sure. But this one's finished. Then, let me see. The next one I finished, you haven't seen yet. It is this one. This, I call it the Diversity of Plants top, because I knitted this while studying for my Diversity of Plants exam. This is kind of based on some patterns, but also not, so I'm not gonna list them all here because just a mix and all of it. But if you're really interested how I made it, I started with the first triangle, then the second triangle, Then I connected them, then I knit them together. Let me think. Then I picked up, no, I provisionally cast it on, so I did not need to pick up them. Then I did the both straps, which are made in double knitting, so they are thicker than just like an I-cord strap. Then I'm trying to think, because it's been about a month or more since I knit this. Then I cast on for the back, knit it all in the round. I did some decreases, and then I did a twisted rib. I don't have a picture because I haven't taken one yet, but probably one of the next times I wear it, I'll take a picture and put it on Ravelry. So yeah, the yarn I use for this is Stainless Garn Thick Line, in the color olive green or number 9062. This is leftovers from my Winona dress by, let me just write that down so I don't forget to put it in my show note. The Winona dress is by Sari Nordland, so I kind of first off based it on that, but the problem is it has also triangles at the back, and I just didn't have enough yarn for it. I think I have about 1 gram left, so these are all the leftovers from that dress. This is about 3 balls, but I had like 4 or 5 balls which were all like pretty small and stuff like that because of finishes and I-cords and all of that. So yeah, but it fits pretty well. It supports you like just a normal bralette with like non-wiring and stuff. So not to go jump around in, but just to wear on the lazy day, it's perfect. So that's that one. Then this is one I talked about in my plans last time. Let me just completely open it up. This is the Muscle Bearer by Isolde Teak. I have made size CSAM. I have no idea what that stands for, but that was the size I made when I first made this pattern. I think the sizes are like redone now, but whatever. In like the 8-inch gauge. And like, I don't know if you really can see it, but around here. So my first hat was only, I'm gonna try to show you. So this is about half of the head. So my first hat was only about, let me try to show you, like this half, and now the half is here. So I put in about this much extra on top of the stripe, then about this much extra in the stripe, so this was already, and then just kept on knitting. So I like ripped back all the way to here, and I'm very happy with it. Let me see. So I have to think now. It's like this. So you put it inside each other. So this is a fingering weight. So you have double layered, and then you cuff the brim, and then you have like 4 layers to put over your ears. Let me show you. So now I have a really slouchy hat. I can really have a thick cuff. Okay, this is not the way I should go, but yeah, whatever. This maybe look a little bit weird for me now with my short hair, but I really made this because if my hair grows out again and I want to have a ponytail or a bun here, then I have room enough without this like being, do need to be this way on my head. My hair is fine, okay. So I just like made it longer, re-knit most of it. The yarn I used for this, this is made on 3mm needles, and the yarn I used is Legard Son Yak Sock. So it has merino, yak and nylon, which makes it very soft but also pretty sturdy. And the brown color is Mysterious Bear, and this khaki color is called Max's Khaki. So that was one of my plans, and I finished this while rewatching my lectures for my diversity of animals exam that I had to retake. More on that later. Then the next thing I finished is this one. So maybe you can see, so I have a photo wall up here. Let me just show you the top. And then I have a start of a gallery art wall there. And this one sits about in the corner there, but I took it off just to show you. Is it still fine? Yeah, whatever. We probably changed angles, but here it is. I'm gonna try to put in, if I find one, I should have a picture here of where it was the last time you saw it. That's probably only with like a couple of colors in, because when I started this I only had like 5 of all the colors I needed, and all the other ones I couldn't find. I found them eventually, and then during the summer I made this because we had a pretty hot summer, and it really helped to have something small in your hands, not a lot of knitting in your lap, because you're gonna see the other thing I finished, which was a lot of knitting in my lap when it was pretty hot. This was about 5,600 stitches, let's say. Probably gonna correct myself on the screen. I didn't look it up before, but yeah, it's finished, and I finished it on this canvas, so it can hang on the gallery wall. And then and this pattern is by Happy Little Mouse, and I bought it on Etsy, but I'll link it down below. And then the biggest whip I finished in a very long time, I probably finished ever, yes, is finished, and it is this one. So let me show you the right side. Ta-da! I finished my dress. So the ends are all woven in. Everything is sewn on, every step is done. This is blocked, but I just put it in my bag and I have to measure it and all of that, but I didn't have the energy this week to do it already. So if you go to my Ravelry and the information is not on there yet, it will be later on. I just have to put my mind to it, have to measure different parts and stuff. But yeah, we have a finished dress. So this is the Milady's dress version 2, so 2.0 by Vert Knit. I knitted this as a test knit. I'm annoyed by these small. I can say this is a very good pattern. It's pretty extensive, would you say that way? I can't find the word in English. Like I said, I am Dutch, so English is not my native language, so sometimes I can't find words, and that can be very funny. But so this one, you have a lot of pages, a lot of information. You have a lot of tailoring factors to get like the perfect fit for you, but this isn't a perfect fit for me. I measured myself, measured my gauge watch, got help from some people to measure me, because you have to have really accurate measurements. I can't give you my size at this moment, because if I remember right, you work from your waist size, and then you also have a bust size, an upper waist, a lower hip, all those different kind of sizes. And in those sizes then you see the difference between your standard size, you would say, even though you don't really have a standard size, but say your standard size. Then you see, do you need to increase or decrease to get the right proportion for you. This is knit. This is probably most of a very interesting knit. This is knit not in the round, so this is not a faux button band. This is a real button band, which has 25 buttons, which I sewed on myself completely, and that one fine, but pushing them through the fabric, that was something else. Okay, so as you can see, so this is knitted flat. You start, let me try to show you this, some dust on it. You start here at the waist and you knit up. So you start at the waist, you knit up, you get at the v-neck, you do one part of the v-neck, the other part, and then you do the back. Or this could also be the front, so it's reversible. So I am calling this the back, but it shouldn't be called that. So you also have a square neck, and they fit both the same. You have this slip stitch column detail that runs about until like the apex of your bust, and also runs completely down the skirt. So I know it's probably hard to see, but like the line you see is a slip stitch line. So once you finish this, you go back to the waist, you do the waist detailing. So this is this part, and then you start knitting and you do some increases, and then at one point you're just knitting and knitting and knitting down the skirt. And this is an A-line skirt, so you keep on increasing every so many rows, and then you have your hem. Once you finish that, you have to do I-cords, lots of I-cords. So you have to do the complete I-cord from down the bottom of the skirt until the v-neck, then completely around the v-neck, at the back or the front of the square neck, down the other part of the v-neck, and then down the other part of the dress of the other front. And then you also have the I-cords around the armholes, and then you have some stabilizing crochet stitches to do, and then some sewing stabilizing. And once you've done that, you can sew on the buttons, and then you're done. So I finished my dress, like completely finished the I-cords, and then I went to buy my buttons, and I chose these ones. So these ones are 9mm ones. They are this kind of eye closure, would you say that? I don't know. So you have, like, I have no idea if you can see this, like you have a little loop at the bottom, and then there the silver with this black thing, because I want this dress to be a fancy one. Yes. And then the hardest part for me, so once I did all the stabilizing and extra steps, I sewed on the buttons. That one fine, but I didn't make buttonholes because my buttons were small enough and I want them to be very sturdy. I'm also thinking about maybe sewing some parts of the button band together, because if this happens you can just see through it, but I'm not sure it will happen when I wear it, because I haven't put it on since it's been blocked, but we'll see. But the problem was then you have to push it through, and oh my god, I did them all on one day. I did most of the buttons I sewed on my train ride home last Friday, so last week, and then I was just, you have to push them through, and then my fingers were hurting, but I finished it, and then I got my mom to take some pictures of it before it was blocked. Then we also decided to put in this extra button on top. So because just the v-neck was just a little bit too open to be comfortable for me, which could, and even if it would stretch a little bit more, I was like, nope, I want it to be completely closed. So I put in one more button, 25 buttons, about 9 balls of the yarn is Knitting for Olive pure silk in the colorway Sunflower. I have not looked at the length, if it is lengthened. So it comes about halfway down my calves. With the idea is this is a length I really love, but if it goes a little bit more, it's still fine and won't like be on the floor and get dirty. So yeah, this is maybe interesting to know, is knit on 2.75mm needles. So very small needles. That didn't really hurt my hands. That was pretty fine. I'm gonna just, so the things I have to do now is cut off all the ends that have been woven in and take some measurements to send to the designer and to put on my Ravelry as well for other people who want to make this. But I really love it. It was a labor of love. This is what I worked on most of the summer, like with the other projects in between. But yeah, that was a lot of knitting, but I'm very happy with it now. This is also my first finished object for the fancy yarn mail of Hannah of the Cozy Cottage Crochet. Let me write it down as well, because I won't forget to link it. I'll link Hannah's YouTube channel and her episode where she talks about the fancy yarn mail. I'm also one of her patrons, so we've been talking about it, which I have finished, and they also help to encourage me to finish it. So that's that. Then I have 3 whips to show you and some plans to talk about as well. The next 2 whips are also for the fancy yarn mail. It really like helped me to get like, oh, I have a couple of different projects I want to make, and because this mail is going on, I'll just make these. If you're wondering what a mail means, a mail is a make along. So it means you make stuff together and then you show each other. Sometimes you can win prizes, but like that's not the reason why I'll do this. It's always fun to win something, but it's just like, oh, I'm making something with fancy yarn. Or the other project I'm going to show you now, it's fancy yarn for me because it has some special meaning. So these are my tassel socks. Tassel is written with an X, but I'll show you on the yarn label. This is the yarn. These are the socks. So I am making them toe up on 2.5mm needles, my standard toe up recipe, but I'm doing 64 stitches because I want them, these are very prickly, and I want them to be more like house slipper socks you wear over other socks to really have toasty feet in the winter. And I am doing a 3x1 rip. This is just on the foot, and then it will be on the whole leg. And I am, I don't know, at the start of the heel of the first one. So this is the yarn, and let me show you. So this is made from Texel's Schapenwol. So as you can see, there's an X in there. Texel is an island in the Waddenzee. I have no idea how you say it in English. So it's an island in the Netherlands. And they have this yarn, and like you can see on here from which 2 places the yarn comes. So mine comes from the Hogeberg and Spang. Those are different places like on the island, and then this yarn is from 2018, the Stockwool Extra, and it has 25% nylon, and they say 100 grams has 600 meters, so I have no idea. This feels pretty thin, so that's also one of the reasons I went up in my stitch count. So if this is really 600 meters, it's like, and I think it will be because I've made almost like 2 short socks and there's still a lot of yarn. So that's that. And then my idea of it, so you can see it's like a 2-ply of 2 different colors, like a brown, black, and a white, and I think that's like the 2 different sheep that are in here. I bought this yarn last year when I was last year on summer camp. We went sailing at that part of the sea in the Netherlands, and when we were at the island, we found a yarn shop, and me and my other summer campies were like, oh, I'm gonna have to buy some yarn, and I found this, and now I'm knitting those and remembering the times we were on the sailing boat last year, and yeah, very fun. These ones are my lecture socks, so the only times I'm knitting on them is during lectures or like during some talks, because some of my lectures you have to mostly listen and like try to understand and don't have to write down a lot, so those are for that kind of information. So these live mostly in my backpack I take to school, and if I would get somewhere else, then I also have some knitting with me. And I'm like probably planning to make them pretty big to really like can wear them as some very cozy socks during winter. And these are fancy yarn because it's like a fancy idea that's behind it, because I loved the moments that are knitting in this sock and all of that. Then the next project is also for the fancy yarn now, but this is also because it's pretty fancy yarn, and yeah, I am also loving this project. This is this one. Let me, there's some this is this one. Let me first show you before I tell you about it. It's a cardigan. I'm working on the back, and I have two fronts. Where is the other one? Like this. So this is the Daft Days cardigan, and my yarn is getting tangled. Just a moment, please. Or not. Yarn, please, please, please. So one, oh, what happened here? How is this possible? I don't get it. I'm holding this, the minis double, and because of that, there is, how the hell did this happen? Don't know, but I can do this. Probably something like that happens. Okay, now that that's untangled, this is the Daft Days cardigan by Rebecca Clow. I think this was her advent pattern from last year, if I remember correctly. I'm making this in a size 5. It's a DK weight gauge, so I am using as a base color, and now this is all I have left. I don't know, the other ball was here somewhere, I don't know. This is the base color, so this is Lang Yarns Merino 120. This is color 223, the light gray. And then the minis, as you can see here, are a fingering weight from my 2022 advent by a homespun house, and I'm holding them double to get a DK weight gauge. So I just have to finish the back panel, and then I can graft those together and do the arms, and then I'm done. But some days I'm going hard on it and other days I'm not, just depends, because every couple of, so it's a 4-row repeat with like some kind of mosaic knitting. So let me try to show you. So it's a mosaic slip stitch pattern. I think that won't tell you anything else. Probably if you know what this is, you can figure it out from the pictures, but it looks very cool. But like every 4 rows you have to change, or you change color, or you just go back to the gray. But I am doing the weaving sleeving as well, so I have all my ends here. Let me try to show you like the start of it. So I have all my ends already woven in, so that's not something I have to think about when I'm done anymore. But that means that every time I switch colors, I have to think about doing it, so it's a little bit less intuitive than you would think. And also because like once you start decreasing, it goes pretty fast. So I think I did like almost one whole half in like one morning session, about 4 hours, and some series binging. But it's very fun to do, and I'm gonna be very happy with it. This advent was not a gradient like last year's, so that means that not I'm using the colors all, like I'm not going from color 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. I have, where is my, oh, it fell down here. Let me try to show you. You get so I have this, so I'm going from 13 to 14 to 8 to 7 to 22, 21. So most of the time you have 2 colors, and then there's 2 other ones, like 5, 6, 10, 11, then 20, then 19, then 12, then 10, then 3. Like this is the way it goes. So I have all of my yarns. I put them back in the bags. I laid them all out on our table, and had my mom and my sister help me to decide which one goes where. So that's that, but yeah, it's pretty fun. Slowly but surely getting there. Let me see. So 1, 2, 3. So after I finish this color, I have 5 more colors to finish the back, and then I can start on the sleeves. So yes, very fun, very fun. But just also the thing is, you have to get with all those small bags with the different kinds of with the different minis in it. So sometimes I just decide not to work on it just because it's easier. Just because it's easier to just have like one color with you or something. But I don't really have one of those projects at the moment, so it's like, let's just take them all. I have them in a bag, and then in a big tote bag, and then I take them all with me. Okay, then the last thing I want to show you is something you've seen before multiple times, but somehow this week I decided I wanted to know it. So that's this one. This is my Northeasterly blanket by Skeynanigans. I am working on strip 6. 2, 4, yes, on strip 6. So I have no idea because I have different kind of markers in it, but I have no idea when's the last time, at which point you saw it the last time. So I'm gonna try to show you. So this is the new strip I'm working on, and from this marker onwards I have worked this whole week. So like this is my rainbow dress. These were some of the first projects I did when I got to university, and then all the other projects are pretty much in order. So let me try to show you. So this one is gonna be interesting. So this is a 100% linen that I made a top in, that's in here, and then the next one, which I'm working on as well. So I don't think you have seen any of these colors. This is my advent from 2021, right? Yes, from 2021, and in 2022 I made is it here? No, I put it back in the closet. I was wearing it yesterday. I made a sweater out of it, and so now I'm just working it in. So that's, and these are the rest of those advent colors, and I have like this blue, and then you can see this like orangey salmony pink coming through. Those are the last ones for these colors, as you can see. And once this ball is done, I have no more here, so I kind of want to finish it and then go home and bring a new like between 50 and 100 grams of magic cake. So I just make a magic knot between all of my scraps and then knit them into this blanket. And now it's slowly but surely getting big enough. Let me try to, like, if I put up my knees, you can see like it's almost big enough to, like, if I drape it right, I can sit under it and get some warmth from it. So that's probably one of the reasons as well, because it's like getting colder but not cold enough that you really need like a very big blanket over you. So this lap size at the moment is doing pretty well, but I want to make it so much bigger, and I have like a lot of more scraps at home to put in, so why not work at it a little bit. But it also makes me very happy to see it because it has lots of colors and like everything goes together because everything is just different. Let me put it there. Because everything is just different and it works together, even if you wouldn't think it works. And now I have this great couch. I think this would look very cool on this, but I don't think it will be finished probably before I don't have this couch anymore, which I will tell you about later on. Just a second, I have to blow my nose. Okay, that needed to happen. I only talked about for half an hour, so I can tell you a little bit more of my plans and what has been happening in my life. So for my plans, I want to make more cross stitch stuff. I have some colors but need a lot more for some of the projects I want to do. But my idea is to just start some of my projects just with the colors that I have already. So that should be fine. And I have this amazing, I think that's probably going to be one of the first ones I start, 3 or 4 big red and orange mushrooms, but like a lot of the background is white. And let me just try to show you, like, this all completely white, fun, but if everything is white on there, I don't think it will be so fun anymore. Is this still the same? Or whatever. Then you see more of the photo wall, but the problem is that I don't have colored fabric. And also in Belgium, like, the only thing I have found at the moment is like this black fabric and white fabric. So I bought some fabric dye, and I'm gonna dye a fabric like in a dark green that should be like kind of forest colors, and then the mushrooms will pop on there. So that's one of the things I'm gonna try tomorrow when I get home, because my fabric of course is at home and I bought the dye here. that's the one thing. So if you're new here, I am a university student, which means in Belgium that almost every weekend I go home. So I am at the place I study at for 5 days a week, and then 2 days on the weekend. So on Friday night I go home. I'm home Friday night, Saturday, and then on Sunday night I come back and I'm here for the whole week. So sometimes I'm like, oh, I want to work on something, but that doesn't work because I don't have it with me, because it's at home or something like that. So have to think about cutting a couple of different sizes so I can start some of the projects with the color that I have, and dyeing that project because I want to start it. And then my grandma has a lot of embroidery floss, like the floss you use for cross stitch. So I'm gonna go see her, and then we'll look through her stash and see if there are some colors that I need for my projects and I can use from her. Then today starts the mystery knit along from Stephen West. This year it's called Go Go Dynamo. Of course I forgot my yarn at home, so I can't start today, but tomorrow I'll get home and I can start it. And I got the Live in the Long Grass autumn mystery box. Of course I don't have it with me, and it's a mystery one, so there's no really a lot of pictures online, so I will show you that later. But the next time I'll probably have some progress on my MCAL shawl. Then one thing I really want to start, but I'm also holding off because I am doing the MCAL. I'm finishing up my cardigan. I am trying to make more cross stitch, so I don't know, but this is the swatch for the next thing I want to show. And there is a glare because I have windows in the back, windows in the front, so if maybe I am going more this way, I hope there's less glare. Yes, this is the swatch for the Step Aside sweater by Jennifer Beal. The yarn I'm gonna use is Kremke Soul Wool Reborn Wool Recycled. So it's recycled wool. The exact numbers I don't know at the moment. I will tell you once I start this. But it's gonna be all over this yellow, and then the color work section is gonna be in this burgundy. So this is mustard yellow with red wine color. I have no idea how the sweater is knit, because it's like you start at the top, but you do sticks, you knit around, you have pockets. It's like, I've heard people call it some kind of origami sweater, so I don't know. I'm not trying to figure out how it's gonna be knit, because I'm just gonna knit it and then I'll get it, because I really have to do something before I understand it. So we'll see. This is, I don't know which size I'm gonna knit yet, but I think it's gonna be probably go pretty fast because it's pretty thick yarn. And this is something I am feeling already after finishing my dress, which was very small yarn and it went very slowly, and now going on to a DK weight yarn, and then this got a feeling it's gonna fly. So yes, I've had different times I wanted to start this and it didn't happen, and yeah, whatever. We'll see, but this is probably one of the next ones as well I'm gonna cast on. So those are my plans. Now I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the last 3 months, because a lot has happened, but I just want to catch you up a little bit. But if you're not interested in that, I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you in hopefully 2 weeks if everything works out. And if you are interested in me rambling about the most random stuff, then let me just tell you a little bit. So I had a very busy summer. When we spoke last time, I was in the middle of my exams. I have no idea even when it was. I was not sure if I was gonna podcast again because we had a loss in the family. If you want to know more about that, go watch the previous episode. Everything's in that one. I don't want to rehash anything here because it can be triggering for some people and for myself as well. But I lost some of my knitting mojo and all of that, but it came back fiercely during exam period, which is kind of normal because I just want to finish stuff. I just want to do stuff. That's not with whatever I'm doing. So after I finished my exams, I was home for a couple of days, and then I left on summer camp for 9 days, I think. We went to Austria with about 40 13 and 14-year-olds. Me and 5 other summer camp leaders, we had the best time. We hiked in the mountains, we went swimming, we played, we went to see an old castle, we did rafting, we did a lot of cool adventurous stuff. Then I got back, I was home for about a week, I could calm down from all the excitement, and then it was festival time. So if you followed me before, I talked about this. There's a festival pretty close by to where I live, and I am one of the volunteers there, and I have a group of people that I lead, and I help set up. We help put up the tents, the fences around, the most random stuff. Like for 3 weeks, I am there, and whatever needs to happen, they call me, and I do it. If it's chairs that needs to be transported, if it's something that needs to be checked out, whatever, we're there to help happening. We also have a lot of banners that go on the fences, so we put those up as well. So that's what happened. Then we went on a week vacation with my family. We had just here in Belgium a lovely vacation with my sister's new puppy, which I'm not sure if I'm gonna put a picture in, because most of the pictures are with the rest of my family, and I haven't gotten permission for posting those, but probably in a couple of days on my Instagram I will post some pictures of Ubi. That's the name of the new puppy we have, or my sister's puppy. So we went on vacation and he went with us, and we had a lovely time. Then I needed to start studying for my 2 exams that I had to retake. I don't know if it's the glare, oh my god, on my phone, or is it, yes, there is. Let me try to. So I am in a new room, which means I am trying to find out which the best place of filming is. So let me just keep on talking this way, because I got a feeling there was a pretty big glare on the rest of the footage. But let's not worry about that, because this doesn't have to be perfect. It's just me rambling on about random stuff. Then, so I had 2 exams I had to retake. One of them I passed, and the other one I just got a 9 out of 20. But my first time I also had a 9 out of 20, which means you can tolerate them, which means that I just say like, oh, I'm fine, I don't want to do it again, and we can only tolerate so many. And yeah, I don't have a lot I can do, but that means that I'm completely finished with my first and second year of biology, which means I'm now completely in my 3rd year of bachelor in biology, and I even am doing a master course as well, just because I have some credits already from doing bioscience engineering, which means that I have some classes I don't have to take because I've taken them in another bachelor's study thing. I can't think of the words in English. So that has happened in the beginning of at the end of the summer and the beginning of September. I also was summer camp leader at a water sports camp, which was also very fun. And then one of the biggest things, so if you're watching me from longer, you know most of the time I podcast in a yellow armchair in my student home. Well, I'm not in a yellow armchair because I'm in a new student home, and my yellow armchair is not here yet. So it's coming next week, but I really wanted to podcast. I had everything with me to podcast in my old student home, but I just didn't have the energy to do it. Once I started like putting everything into boxes to move. And I moved here, so now I live in a studio. So I have my own kitchen, my own bathroom, which I shared the last 4 years of studying with other people, so that's very fun. I am living on the 2nd floor, which is also the top floor, so it's like in the attic of one of my mother's cousins. She and her boyfriend are living now together, and he has 2 kids, and she was renting this as an Airbnb, but was not sure that she should keep doing that. So she was like, oh, maybe you would like to rent this from us. And I was like, okay, I would like that. So I talked with my parents, and I got it. We moved, and yes, I have more room now. This couch was already here. Some of the stuff is here, it's mine. Some of the stuff that's here, it's hers. But it works for me. I have more room. I have my own place. It's a little bit further from where I lived previously, but it's like only 3 to 4 more minutes of biking, so to class. So that's pretty fine. It's just I have my own room, and I'm very happy with it. I hope you can see that as well. But it was also pretty stressful because I had to like pack up everything to move, and then my parents came the next day to move the big stuff with like the bigger car, and then I couldn't move in yet because there were some Airbnb guests, which of course I understand completely, but I couldn't completely move in. So some of my stuff isn't here because there was no room to place it here. So next week I'm coming with the car with like the last of my stuff, like my yellow armchair. This is the only thing I really miss. I'm very happy with this couch, but my yellow armchair is like the one thing that I had in every of my other student homes. So I would like to have it here as well. So that's the only thing really missing from here. I put up the photo wall, I put up my cross stitch wall, I have yarn, I have my knitting, I have almost everything I need here. So yeah. Oh, and the plants. The plants are also missing. So those are coming also next week with me in the car. So yes, I've been very busy. Have done a lot. I talked a lot as well, but not so long because I like watching long episodes, but not like long ones. And sometimes you don't have the energy to watch a long one or make a long one or edit all of this. So yes, that's it. Well, that's about perfect. I can export this to my laptop. Then I can get to class. Once I'm back from class, I can edit this. I can eat something, and then I'm going to a sewing workshop, but it's not a workshop. It's a place where every week on Thursday afternoon you can go and use the sewing machines there. You bring your own materials, and there are some people there to help you. So I have been working on a skirt for the last 2 years. So I think it's finally time to just finish it. Everything is almost cut out. I think I have 2 more things to cut out. Maybe I can do this today, and then I can just go and sew this afternoon. And then later on this evening, oh, this is something very fun. I'm having a cot warming, like you would have a house warming, but the student homes in Belgium are called a cot. So some of my friends from my bioscience engineering classes and some of my biology friends are coming over tonight, and we are gonna have some snacks, some I can't find the word, some sodas, some stuff in the air fryer, some cheese and some, I don't know, chips and stuff, and just have a very fun time. So I have a very fun day ahead. Not the most fun class in about half an hour, but yeah, whatever. That's student life, and then I have a very fun afternoon / evening to come, and that's it. I'm gonna stop rambling because then it will get a very long episode as well. I hope to see you in 2 weeks. I don't have so many classes this semester, so I should have time to podcast. And if I do it every 2 weeks and I don't work on too many stuff, that means that they will be shorter, which I like. I even would like going to weekly episodes, but I know I can't do that. So I hope to see you in 2 weeks, and have a very good day, evening, morning, whatever time it is you're watching this, and happy knitting. Bye.